All right, Coach. You finished up your fall portion of your schedule last week with a fourth place finish in Oklahoma. Kind of just give us a recap of the fall.
Okay, well, the fall was a whirlwind. First of all, I'm super excited that the ladies were able to compete and that we didn't have to sit out any of our tournaments. We finished fourth last week in Oklahoma, finished first at home the week before, and we started our season with a third place finish. So overall, it looks pretty good, but it wasn't that great compared to WT standards and where our team has been. So we actually started off-season practices this morning, and we'll continue that through Thanksgiving. Just really pinpointing areas where we lost strokes. A lot of the work that we'll be doing is mental. We're a pretty young team after graduating a huge class last year of really strong players, and we're just going to keep working on it.
But in the spring, you have probably one of the best golfers in program history coming back, right?
Yes, so super senior Loukyee Songprasert will be rejoining us in the spring. She has her visa in hand now, so she'll be here in January to work on her graduate degree. And first time All-American. She's a great player, and I calculated the numbers. If her scoring average was in our top scores in the fall, and we would have finished differently, we would have had a second place, the first that we did win, and another first place with her if she had done comparable scores to last year. So overall, I think we're in a good place, but we still have a lot of ground to make up, and just getting everybody back in fighting shape before the spring.
How hard is it, with that long delay in between playing in the fall and then coming back to the spring?
It felt really good to be on the golf course, but there definitely, a couple of our girls had long course closure, so they were working, hitting in nets, and that definitely, I saw the results of that a little bit. One of our swings came back, and it just wasn't quite in the shape it was when we had let them go in March. So we're kind of fighting through that and working on some swing changes with a couple of the girls. But yeah, the 6-month break in competition was really strange to see, because we never see that with our players. They finish playing for us at the end of or middle of May. They play a couple big summer tournaments, many of which were not able to happen. And so that long of a break, you could see the results.
And you have another break heading up until February. So what are your plans for the team heading into before you take on the Jack Brown Memorial?
Well, what we'll do we're working on a couple swing changes the next couple weeks, so I want to get those really good so that we're not trying to compete while we're making those. But we'll do a little inter-squad tournament, do some things with the guys most likely, so that they can compete against each other and still have that fire. And then when they get back in January, we'll start playing immediately, doing some inter-squad stuff, qualifying, things like that to get them in tournament mode.
You mentioned some of the players that you lost last year. Who are some newcomers, or just some girls that are younger that are maybe stepping up that you're looking for?
Okay, well, the top two newcomers that we've had are Kirsten Bryant. She transferred from St. Ed's when they canceled their program. And just to throw some numbers out there, her final round scoring average this fall was what Lookyee's scoring average was her junior year. So she has a lot of potential. Her first round scoring average wasn't quite as good, so we're working on a couple strategies to start stronger. But she was all region last year, great player, really powerful. She hits it about 40 yards past me, which is great to see on the tee box. And one of our other good girls who won at our home tournament is a freshman from southwestern Kansas, and that's Riley Cook. And Riley is just phenomenal. She's been out there, it's 42 degrees this morning, kind of chilly, and she's been out there for an hour already hitting range balls, working on some changes. So she'll really be an asset and a true leader as she moves forward.